Oh, you could tell it was made with love because it's gilded. Okay, so, video game orchestras. What can I say? I went to the Sonic Symphony a few times, got some cool goodies, and I don't know where else to plug this in. The Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Orchestra didn't give these hats out. This was actually a pre-order for GameStop. That's pretty much it. There's not much to unwrap here. I need to tell you, it's just a trucker hat. In fact, I think this is just a Printify hat as well. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, 100% cotton and 100% the polyester mesh. Look at that. Look at that. By Roham.com. Wow, they really did wonders on this. Anyway, so yeah, video game orchestras. I will say, just a quick disclaimer, the person who ruined the orchestra for that one kid, I have yet to find this kid. I've looked, I've searched. I'm like, oh, Utah streamer from whatever. I can't find him. If you look at my original video on it, not on my collection channel, I'll leave a link to it down below. I feel really bad. Because you know what? I just wanted to record it to preserve this media, basically. You know, I mean, shoot. The one girl from Rebirth who sang No Promises was there, which is phenomenal. Anyway, so let's go over the Sonic stuff first, because that's what, you know, a lot of people love. And to be honest, the Sonic Symphony was the hypest thing out of all of it. I don't even think the batteries still work. The batteries were kind of cheap. Just because, let's face it, the concert stuff, it's not really gonna, you know. But these would light up different colors, and it was my first symphony, it was my first concert kind of thing. It was like gaming as an adult, and I loved it. The difference between the Rebirth Orchestra and this one was like, everyone was happy to be there, all certain walks of life. There were people who looked like they had day jobs there, and then there were people who looked like they didn't shower in weeks. Yet everyone still had a wonderful time. That's why I think being a Sonic fan is something that's interesting, because, let's face it, all walks of life loved Sonic. You know, people were like in their 30s there. I will say the art for this shirt is wonderful. I really want to have this one actually as a desktop background. Let's just put that into frame. And yeah, like, honestly, I wish this was a figure or something. Like, I wish they had a figure set or maybe like a statue of some kind. Like, you know, I remember there was like one giveaway or something for a figure that was 3D printed and someone made it. But it was like, okay, it's not official. I can't go to the store and buy this. That being said, I'm not a big shirts guy. But I was like, oh, it's a symphony, it's an orchestra, it's like going to a concert. You gotta buy a shirt. So I was like, okay, cool. Nothing really much to see there. I will say, this desktop mat, a good buddy of mine, Trial... Oh gosh, you know what, I didn't ask him if, you know, he wanted a plug or not. But basically, he does collectibles, and he uses this mat, like, all the time. It's really cool. Do I want to open it? No. Am I going to? Because it's part of the channel? Yes. Come on. Oh, I don't want to ruin this. There we go. Ow. You know what? I gotta say, it's... Wow. This is quality. Worth every penny. I will say... The Sonic Symphony was wonderful. I mean, in all honesty, it was something that I just wish, you know, I could have gone to more orchestras. I never went to the Zelda Symphony as a kid, and it was so upsetting, because New York is very close to where I live, now, but, you know, I think when Zelda has its next, well, I don't know, anniversary, let's just hope Nintendo does another one of these. I love this. I love this mat. And I really hope they keep the storefront up for ages. Because let's face it, these things are kind of cool. Like, these are great, you know. Like, the desk mat portion of this is something that, like, I was just like, you know what, I kind of want this. This way, when I actually get a cool, fancy YouTube setup, and a cleaner desk, and I keep the desk clean, I could put this here. Because right now I have a desk mat that was just given to me by the company I work for, and you know what? I diss on them a lot, right? Because they only give me 9 hours a week, they treat me like a scrub still, technically, but at the end of the day, they give me a lot of free stuff. That being said, you know, it was kind of just them being like, hey, we want to give these to our employees, we don't want to take the time and energy to actually, like, sell them, and I was like, okay, cool, free green screen? Sure. So, you know what, this is what I got from the Symphony, and I really think, you know, the Sonic Symphony was so wonderful. Like, I can't even describe both of them, all of them. And you know what? Oh, hold on, there's one thing I should mention real quick, because they had a stunt. Oh, that was there we go. This little keychain I keep on my desk because, you know, there was a kid there, and he was, it was clear he was on the spectrum, and he, like, you know, didn't have any friends. He went with his mom, and he made these and just handed them out to people. He had no like, social media for this or anything like that. I can't even plug this in, but these are so, like, Sonic Underground, dude, like, that is way past cool. He made this. Like, he actually made this. And I can tell because of how, like, angular it is. It's not smooth or anything, which is okay. He made this himself. He made a whole keychain. Just so that, you know, the people he went with had some kind of way to, like, remember him by, I guess? I don't know. He didn't have, like, an Etsy store or anything. Otherwise, I'd plug that in. You know, like, my mom and I have a t-shirt business that is on the back burner right now. But it's like, this, I really wish I had a plug for this. You know, trying to outweigh the negative from the Rebirth concert, because, let's face it, you know, man, that was a bit unfortunate, but, you know, I'm glad I stood my ground, because, let's face it, anyone who starts a conversation with, I'm trying to be nice, like, really, he didn't even start it. Anyway, I explained the whole thing before. I'm not going to go over that again, because I really want to just go over the merch. So, let's see here. Oh, right, another thing I never got to talk about. I have a Final Fantasy VII Remake polo from, like, I think GameStop, because my GameStop was closing. They had a spare one, and they knew I played the game, and they were like, you know what? We're gonna give this to you. And I was like, really? And I was like, are you sure? I was like, am I allowed? And they were like, we're closing, dude. We kind of do whatever we want now. They also gave me, like, what was it? Kingdom Hearts, like a steelbook thing, because I never played the games. I always wanted to. And they like, yeah, we'll just give you this and you can have it. And you know what? I really hope I can do a deep dive one day into Kingdom Hearts. I really want to get a lot of the other games that I love out of the way and give my opinions on those before I even jump into something new, or, you know, I obviously want to do newer things. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I want to go over Rebirth and Remake and such, but I want to wait until the third one comes out and then buy the bundle on PC, because let's face it, we know they're going to do that. We know they're going to do that. The best part would be as if it was on PC and they integrated all of the stuff they said they would. Or, you know, like, it would all transfer and stuff like that. That would be really, really fantastic. Now, the shirt for Rebirth's Orchestra World Tour thing was a little... It's to be desired, I guess. This isn't like the Buster Sword light up stick. You know, they actually had Buster Swords that were like this. They're like $50, you know, and I'm like, shoot, I would have bought one for, like, you know, $30 there, but it's like with the shipping and everything, I'm just like, geez. The reason Carnegie Hall sucked was because they didn't allow that. They're like, oh yeah, it looks like a weapon. I'm like, what, this in a styrofoam little, seriously? And there were people there who bought it, too. People who had bought them prior to, and I guess maybe they went to the one beforehand, I'm not sure, but people had them. And they were like telling people, no, you gotta put that away. And I'm like, are you, like, how pretentious do you have to be? Like, enjoy the concert how you want. And it's like, I don't know. I wanted to record just because it's one of those things. I don't know if it was in the clause or something, but, like, let's face it, in the Sonic Symphony in Newark, they were like, don't record. Everyone literally recorded. There's so much footage of the Sonic Symphony. I don't even know why I recorded. I'm glad I recorded this one, though, because that surprise and, you know, everything else that came with it was just... It was beautiful. It really was beautiful. besides all of the things that I was very annoyed with. I will say, the goods definitely outweigh the positives when it comes to this. Especially since, like, let's face it, like, he ruined the game for himself by going to that orchestra. I don't know why. But that aside, I'm grateful that I went. I'm grateful that I spent the time there. I'm grateful that I spent the money. Do I like Carnegie Hall? No. It's very, like, New York snobbish, kind of, my opinion. But that's beside the point. But let's talk about the music boxes, because honestly, I really couldn't decide on, the original Final Fantasy VII remake, music box where, it's the overworld theme, or Aerith theme, because let's face it, I'm an Aerith guy. I'm sorry, Tifa fans. It's just, I like sweet flower girls, and even though I will not date again, it's like, Aerith is, that's a woman. That aside, it's like, she's like the weakest of the bunch, right? Like, can't fight for much, she just has a bunch of magics and stuff, she's no, Red 13, is 8. No, it's 13, Red 13, I think. Wow, that's been a while since I've... Anyway, so no Barret, no Tifa, no Cloud. I don't know why I was thinking, like, Red... Oh, right, because it's X, and then the I, that would be... In any case, jeez, these are hefty. And my grandmother actually had a music box that I have to take to New York to try and get fixed. It's probably going to cost a pretty penny, and I don't know, let's face it, debt's an illusion. I don't really care. That aside, let's open this up and actually just, like, take a look, and, oh gosh, I'm really gonna, is this glue? Oh no, it's just really, okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm like, I didn't, like, I'm doing this live, so it's one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. And, oh man, mamma mia. So let's take a look, and it is in Japanese too. Oh god, I should be doing my Japanese notes, but in any case, it's funny how it's, like, written in Japanese yet made in China. Let's see here. Yeah. This is pretty much just a beautiful box. Let's get to things. And it's funny how this is remakes, actually. So did Remake have an orchestra and I never knew? Yo, if they had an orchestra, I'm gonna be really upset. Cause, whew, that's gonna blow terribly. Right, let's open this up. See, I don't actually know what these look like either. Oh, and it comes with instructions that I can't read because it's in Japanese. Thanks, Square Enix, for the multi-language thing. Oh wait, there we go. Warning, choking hazard. Yes, don't put in your mouth. Children under 3. Shows you their divisions. And there we go. Spanish. It's just in a lot of different languages. Okay, cool. Wow, there's a lot. Whoa, this is absolute. Oh, wow. That is something. It's already scuffed a lot. I know little scuffs because it's glossy and stuff, but I mean, I know, like, at this point, I don't mind it. Let's just see how it, like, sounds. Like, it's a music box, so you wind it up. Oh. Well. Good. Wow. That's beautiful, actually. Huh. That's beautiful. Wow. As someone who's loved classic music through his grandfather, this was, I've been going to orchestras a lot because I really miss my grandfather. He was a wonderful guy, very smart, intelligent, even a little stoic. I will say, there's no replacing him. And my other grandfather, unfortunately, right now actually is in the hospital. He is about to be on hospice, and it is, so it's not good. As someone who's lost friends, family, a lot of things, going through all the life's emotions and such, sometimes it's, a little hard to do improv on things. Let me tell you. But you know what? It's okay. I will say, Aerith's, her music is, so beautiful. Wow. Aerith, when I played the original Final Fantasy VII back in the day, I never actually had a PlayStation. I actually played it vicariously through the neighborhood kid who had a copy. He always had all the latest games and stuff like that. And, we all had that one neighbor. He's a great guy now, and it's just that's pretty much it. I will say he grew up a lot differently than I thought he would. That aside, these music boxes are. I'm not gonna go over the instructions again. Let's face it, this is just instructions. However, this pearl white, music boxes really were a lost art. Kind of like bells, how they're all conveniently cracked for some reason. That's a conspiracy theory for another day. But that, you have her flowers, you have her name, the theme, and, I'm not gonna remove this. I'm just gonna, Minute. Oh. Wow, that's something. Wow. It's actually beautiful. Man, that's something. Now obviously these are collectibles and stuff, but I think if I ever, it's funny. I always wanted kids with this one girl. I never got the chance to tell her. Right, we dated for almost 3 years, and this would have been something that I would have loved to have played for my kids when they fell asleep. And I hope I can find a girl who's nerdy enough for that, who lets me do it. I hope to just find a nerdy girl, I guess. I refuse to date, but at the same time, if something comes along that seems like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, let's face it, maybe I should make a video on that instead of the waifu ones where it's like, where are my what-ifs? What are my what-if ones, I don't know, it would be interesting, because I'm actually terrified to date again. But, that's a story for never. Anyway, if you guys would be so kind to like, comment, subscribe, because honestly, all of these shirts, I think that, it's a weird niche of gaming where it's like, hey, we're mature now. This is a thing that, can stand the test of time as a mature topic. And let's face it, it brings people together. And that, is one of those things. And I think there just needs to be a lot more common sense, peace. It's just worldviews now. It's just crazy. I don't know. I don't know how to close this out, and this is one of those ones where I'm actually doing it late at night, and I don't really have much of a health tip, per se, but I will say this. Vitamin D and magnesium are usually a big deficiency in people who have depression. Usually. I'm saying this is all the case, and I'm not a doctor. But, maybe just, eat some, I think, nuts are high in magnesium, and then obviously get some sun, just walk, enjoy life, because you know what, life really is too short to not experience all of the wonderful things it has to offer. And I'm speaking from experience. There are things in this life that I wish I could experience again for the first time, and I'm not trying to be melodramatic or anything like that, or a bit of a downer. I'm just giving my wisdom to anyone who is watching, because you know what? I don't want to fake content. We all got issues. And you know what? If you want to listen, that's fine. If you don't have to. But you know, I think in terms of orchestras, these are wonderful. These are wonderful pieces, and the Sonic was definitely... There was a reason I went. Well, I went again with college students, because everyone was like, my college class was like, oh, we're going to this now. And I was like, oh, cool, great. Shoot. I don't have seats next to you. Because, you know, I got them before, and then they decided to change them at my last minute, because I offered originally to go with them. But in the beginning, it was all open, everyone was talking, everyone was great, and you know what? It was worth the experience. I will say that. Like, comment, subscribe, thank you so much. Go get some sun, go eat something healthy, maybe have an apple. I want to promote health as much as possible when it comes to my channels, because I love gaming, but I also love being healthy. It's a terrible mix. It is a terrible, terrible mix. You know, I also read a few articles today that actually made me like, wow, like Nintendo, apparently like revealed how many people and what demographics, Switch has, which is like wild. Not to go off on a big tangent, but I will say gaming is a thing that's meant for everyone. If you don't like it, that's one thing. If you like it, that's another thing. You know, there's a reason here. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you all very much, and just enjoy life, man. Enjoy it, because it's beautiful. Okay, bye.